GlassCraft2 here with a brand new mod showcase for my GlassCraft mod. This is GlassCraft2, which is a new and updated version that has been practically 100% changed from the first one and is very fresh and new and ready to be played. So I'm going to create a new world in survival mode. Now I can show you some of the new stuff. So, I go to a world. It's just randomly created. And I am going to go over there and set up my crafting stuff. Right. Right. So I'm going to need some wooden planks, some cobblestone, some sand, some glass, some obsidian, a crafting table, a furnace, and I think that, and of course not forgetting iron ingots and some glowstone dust, and before I forget another thing, some glass panes. So I'm going to go up and set up this crafting table and furnace, and also I'm going to need a lot of coal. Right, so just like before, to get glass, obviously smelt sand. Nothing new there. So there we have that. I've now separated. Right, this music's really getting on my nerves. Right. So I've now separated GlassCraft into 5 separate mods. So for the people who downloaded the whole mod before, thinking, well, there's 30 different blocks, I don't need all of them, then now you can choose what you want to download. So now, and only if you want it to, GlassCraft replaces one class file. Now, if you don't replace this class file, which I've named the glass fix, then you break glass and you get 30 back or something. That's a new bug. That will definitely be removed in the when I release it. That is definitely not meant to happen, but with the glass fix, you break a block of glass and you get a glass block back. If you don't have the glass fixed, you don't get the glass back. Right. So like before, you smelt glass to get molten glass. So we have 4 molten glass from 1 glass block. And obsidian. To get molten obsidian. Now this is where GlassCraft has changed. What you now need to do is obviously make another furnace, put that in the middle, and you get a smelter. Now this is an API that I'm using that is made by Quintity. And basically it's a furnace with 2 inputs. And now this is how the rest of GlassCraft is going to work. Apart from the cross-glass part of the mod, or the GlassCraft cross mod, as it's now called, which is a mod that only has the cross glasses in it. Because like I said, every bit of GlassCraft is broken up. when I get the website changed and modified, you'll be able to see that for yourselves in a better way. So, the normal GlassCraft, or the normal glasses, or GlassCraft norm, one thing of glass. You put one thing of glass and one of whatever you want to reinforce it with. So, like I just did there with the wood for xyloid glass, I can do it with cobblestone. I can do it with obsidian, and you get the idea. Iron ingots. Yeah, you get the idea. The same thing goes for light glass, although that's done a bit differently. So, one thing of glass and one thing of glowstone in a smelter. Equals light glass. Now this has also been redone. Light glass now drops light glass. There are no more glass shards, and there are no more glass bricks. I removed them because they were just using up block IDs, and they were a waste of space and pretty ugly. Right, as I was saying, you now take this newly fabricated light glass and then reinforce it with what you want, like you did with the normal glass. And that does the same with wood, obsidian, iron, and yeah. Right, so all that's been used, that's all done. Explained. Right. Now the molten part of the mod, which is based around the tools and the armour and the items of the mod, so the heart of glass, the pot of honey, the tools, the armour, and obviously the heart of glass record. That's all in another separate part of the mod, for those who want that. I'm now just going to find a jukebox, because if you've never seen what the heart of glass record does, then it plays that. Right. So you're thinking, well, what do you do with this molten obsidian and molten glass now then? Because before, you used to just put molten glass and it used to make a glass stick. Now, the only use of molten glass is to make glass, and as you can probably guess, the only use of molten obsidian is to make obsidian. However, if you smelt them together, you get a totally new object. You get molten oxidized glass. Now with this is how you create the armor and the tools. So I'm just going to cheat there. So now 2 molten oxidized glass gives you 4 oxidized glass sticks. And now you use those there. I'll just put the whole lot there. There we go. And then the molten glass around, molten oxidized glass around there for the tools. So you've got an axe, hoe, pickaxe, shovel, and of course the sword. For the armour, it's the same way as any other armour. That for the helmet, that for the chest plate, that for the leggings, and that for the boots. And that basically covers the molten part. Now right, the only part the only part of the new version of GlassCraft that doesn't use the smelter is the cross glasses. Now this has been totally changed. Instead of using about up to 10 glass blocks per cross glass, you now use one glass pane in each corner, and then whatever you want in a cross form in the middle. So unfortunately I don't quite know how to change this. But the obsidian cross glass is probably the most expensive recipe you will use in GlassCraft. But it's also probably the best looking, and it's still as resistant as it used to be. Right, I'm just going to show you that. So here is one block of oxidized cross glass. Just put 2 TNT down, and it is still stood up there. So there you have it. Obviously that bug with the glass block exploding into 20 pieces will be fixed before the release, as I am not having that being exploited. Apart from that, I hope you enjoy the new mod. I'll give a link obviously to the website where you can download all of my other mods in the video description. The page for GlassCraft and the actual downloads will not be updated straight away, I'm afraid. It will take me time to read all the recipes and screenshots and stuff like that. And so thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy my mods, and have a nice day.